Welcome to our interview with WIU7's Human Resource Administrator, Sarah Roberts. I'm Lauren Cunningham, Curriculum Services Supervisor, and today we are here to discuss the administrative regulation for sick leave. Thank you for meeting with me today, Sarah.
Thanks, Lauren. I'm happy to be here to talk about this topic today.
Great. Well, I know the first time that I read the AR for sick leave, I had a few questions that needed clarified.
Yes, absolutely. There are many aspects of the administrative regulation that can be interpreted differently or that may seem ambiguous. We always find that our employees need help clarifying the details of this AR.
Okay, great. So I'll just jump right to it and ask a few things that jumped out to me about this AR.
Go right ahead.
So the regulation states that the administration reserves the right to require a note for any sick leave that would raise doubts regarding the validity of the sick leave. Do you mind sharing maybe a few examples of what might raise doubts regarding the validity of sick leave?
Yes, I absolutely can. Something that might raise a red flag would be if you request, let's say, 2 days of sick leave off right before a scheduled holiday. We've had instances where that has happened, and then to further raise red flags, sometimes employees openly discuss that they're using sick time in that example so that they can save PTO for other large vacations or needed time off. If you are putting in the days before a holiday and openly discussing the misuse of the sick days, that is going to raise doubts regarding the validity of the sick leave, and we are going to require a doctor's note for that leave, even though it does not exceed the 3 consecutive workdays mentioned previously in the administrative regulation.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. That does make sense to me. Are there any other examples you could share that would raise doubts regarding the validity of sick leave?
Sure. Sometimes we will see a bunch of people in the same department request off within a 5-minute time frame. That just looks a bit odd. It may just be a coincidence, but it is definitely something that would raise doubts. We may look into that situation and ask for a note.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. And I know it's to be expected that if you are missing more than 3 consecutive workdays, you will be requesting a doctor's note. The AR directly states that a certificate from a physician may be requested when an employee is absent for more than 3 consecutive workdays, certifying the need to use sick for one's own health or for a member of their immediate family or a near relative who resides in that same household. I think that word may sometimes can throw people off. Like, you may request a certificate from a physician, but you don't have to request it.
Yes. To keep everything consistent, we are actually asking in every single case that more than 3 consecutive workdays are missed for a doctor's note. Everyone can expect that. It doesn't matter what the situation is. We will want the record to keep everything consistent.
Great. Is there anything else regarding that procedure that you think we should all know?
Certainly. First, I think it's just good that you always communicate with your supervisor when you're going to be missing work days consecutively like that. It just helps keep everyone in the loop. Secondly, everyone needs to submit a doctor's excuse directly to Human Resources. This is also stated directly in the AR. It helps us avoid HIPAA violations. I know that some people submit the excuses to their supervisor or even say to a building secretary if they work outside of the main building, but that can lead to improper filing even by accident. So always submit your doctor's notes to Human Resources directly. You can use email, fax, interoffice mail, any variety of these formats to get the excuse directly to Human Resources. I'll even walk over or drive to your building if you need me to, just so I can directly receive those notes.
That's great, Sarah. I think this has helped clear up a lot of questions, especially questions that I had regarding the AR. I have a much clearer understanding of what to expect and will be sure to communicate clearly with my supervisor and send doctor's notes directly to HR and ensure that I'm using my sick leave legitimately. I really appreciate your time with me today.
No problem. I'm happy to help.